45-yard line, I don't wanna kick it with you. No photos, I'm focused on the bigger picture. Tell me when you back in town, I get dinner with you. Never used to get up in the kitchen, now I'm cooking with the guys.
What's up? Welcome back, No Cap Sports, with another podcast, episode 3.
Let's go!
If I'm being real, we tried recording episode 3 on Monday. Some idiot that was in charge of audio
Not me.
didn't fucking record the audio.
That guy.
It was Rig. No, I'm just playing. I don't know. But Rig's not here. His birthday was 2 days ago, I believe. So happy belated.
Happy birthday.
So, we're giving him the week off.
Also, happy birthday to Drew. They share the same birthday. Happy birthday to Kobe, the 23rd. Kobe Bryant Day yesterday. And now today, your finest, Minnesota's greatest, Tyler Johnson.
Oh, yeah. Happy birthday, Tyler Johnson.
GOAT, man. Future GOAT.
Cool. So basically the show, we went over, what we talked about was some of the news that happened over the week, NBA related, NFL related, as well as, we didn't get into the Madden ratings or anything, so we're just going to brush through some of the news and then get into 2K ratings, then some of the NFL news, and then into fantasy, and then into the Madden ratings. So around the NBA, since we've been gone, Joe Embiid got a Supermax contract.
Big bag.
So congrats to him. Mainly, I like to look at Joe Embiid as someone that can be top 5 talent.
Oh, yes. Absolutely. Top 5, for sure the best big when healthy.
Yeah.
He's up there.
Trust the process.
Trust the process.
Dude, did you guys see the Instagram post of what he used to play when he was in high school?
Oh yeah, dude. He missed a wide open layup, bro. Well, we should have brought that up.
He was jumping in the air and bailed the ball back.
I would have shot it over the backboard.
Oh, you know what?
I think Embiid is the best Twitter guy in the NBA.
Oh, dude, he's got jokes for days. He's kind of ruthless on there.
Did you see what he did to Rihanna?
Maybe.
I think it's a while back, but
yeah.
He tried to shout out Rihanna, I think his rookie year. Yo, look at me, I'm in the league. And she tweeted back, at me when you're an all-star. And so then he became an all-star 2 years later, and Rihanna hit him back up congratulations, here I go.
Yo.
He was like, you don't like me then, you don't like me now.
My guy was in the gym. He was motivated.
Yeah. Turned down Rihanna.
That's
an absolute gold digger.
That's something I would never do. But, whatever. Good for you, Joel.
Yeah, respect.
Yeah. $196 million on what? 4-year deal? Right? Or 5? Is that 4 or 5?
I believe the max is 5.
5 year?
Yeah, I could be wrong.
4 seems like
That's so much money.
Too much money per year. Probably 5.
In other news, because we'll kind of brush through some of this, Malik Beasley got released from jail for the Wolves, and then Patrick Beverley got traded to the Timberwolves, and we mentioned the trade in the last podcast of the Clippers trading them to Memphis or the Magic. I forget. Memphis, yeah. And then I predicted that one of Rajon Rondo or Patrick Beverley was gonna either get bought out or traded, and then it just so happened that he got traded to the Timberwolves.
That's facts. Go look at the footage, folks.
I think it's a great addition for the Wolves. I think the Wolves got off of 2 players that aren't even good enough to be role players right now, Jarrett Culver and Juancho Hernan-Gomez. So I think that it's a positive net gain for the Wolves. It's an expiring contract.
I agree, especially for where we're at. It was kind of awkward agreeing after we absolutely ripped him last time. But we're just going to move on from that one because he's home. We love him, Minnesota. But yeah, we needed a scrappy defender like him, loudmouth, someone who's going to talk their shit and motivate these young guys, dude.
Dude, it just goes to show you too, like how social media kind of fucks with you. I just found out that he shot 39% from 3-point last year, so I was like, oh, he
It
actually.
wasn't bad.
Yeah, it's not bad at all. That's actually very good.
I mean, I love it. We need someone to punch Cat in his mouth and let him know that, like, dude, it's time to start winning some games and quit collecting a paycheck for just showing up. So, I like it. I wish Jarrett Culver would have panned out. We reached on him and it bit us in the butt, and then we wanted to hold on to him, and
What a
we
bum.
lost a ton of value in 1 year. A ton of value.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean the Wolves are lucky that they've kind of gained back some value by getting like a guy like Nas Reed, Jalen Noel, as well as Jaden McDaniels. But like it does suck to miss on a number 6 because then that could just been another core piece. But luckily they hit on some later picks too, so it's like makes up for it a little bit. But it always sucks. But that's the kind of like the Timberwolves way.
I'm curious who got drafted after him, actually.
Oh.
Jarrett Culver. Like, who we passed up on to pick him instead.
Oh. What year was that?
2019.
2019.
Yeah. Yeah, I remember I was at the stadium, US Bank Stadium for that tournament too. I was in all the locker rooms. I was in the same locker room that Jarrett Culver was in and stuff. And like to be honest, I liked the way Jarrett Culver played in that tournament. So
After Jarrett Culver, pick number 7 was Kobe White. Jackson Hayes.
Like looking at stuff like this. Just makes me sad.
Oh yeah, every time for the Wolves.
wait, what year is that?
2019.
2009. 19. Yo, jeez.
9.
Yeah, but I mean, like,
Cam Reddish,
missing
Cameron
out.
Johnson.
Yeah, Cam Reddish hurts. Tyler Hero, shout out.
Hell yeah.
Honestly, I mean, it wasn't. I mean, we'll see, right? Like,
Well, do you guys know who they were targeting, right?
I can't pronounce that one kid's name. Roy Hachimura.
dude, Hachimura is so good.
Yeah, I like him. Yeah, he went 9th.
Honestly, that's kind of what. Well, I don't know. I think ideally, I'd like to see Cat go to the 4, because there are just some bigs that just bully him.
Dude, I want Nas Reed to start at the 5.
I just don't think he has the defensive prowess.
Give him a chance.
And just so the viewers could see like the draft order, I'm just putting it on screen real quick. And that's the thing too about this draft. So who they're like the Timberwolves were trying to get Garland. That's who they're trading up for. They thought that Garland would be there.
Should have been. They already had Sexton at the time.
So making that trade, I remember they gave up Sarge, who was actually a very decent piece for Phoenix this past season on their finals run. So, I mean, it was just a miss. I mean, every GM's gonna have them. Every POBO, President of Basketball Operations, gonna have their misses, and this was a big miss by him. But it's not like there was really any other talent that really did stand out. I mean, Tyler Hero. I know a lot of Timberwolves fans wanted Tyler Hero at that spot.
I want everybody 7 through 13 after him. I'd rather have.
No, and that's fair. I mean, and the thing is, Jarrett Culver could still pan out in like a defensive role. If he could develop a 3-point shot, he could become a 3-and-D player. Like he legitimately can be that. He's just not anywhere close to that on the offensive side yet.
Is it fair to say that he needs to become a free throw shooter before he becomes any kind of shooter?
Dude, I don't know how
crazy?
I don't know how he went so far south on.
Dude, he's like Shaquille O'Neal at the line. We make fun of Ben Simmons all day, but this kid really might have the worst numbers. I don't know. You might have to look at it.
I gotta shout this out though.
Hit it.
He got, for me, the thing that really pops out, but I'm still a big believer in it. The Nuggets are just burying this dude and not letting him get traded anywhere. Free my boy Bobo. 44 by the Nuggets. Free him, dude. He played
trapped?
in the bubble and was unbelievable. The Nuggets just bury him, dude. Every single team hits him up for trades, and they just let him sit on the bench and they never play him. Like, they gotta let the kid play.
I agree. 7 foot. How tall is he?
Dude, he's like 7'3".
Yeah, it's disgusting.
So
In other news, LeBron received 0 votes as best player going into 2021-2022 season. Um, I mean, like it's surprising just because it's LeBron James. Like that's like the main reason. Like when you read his name, but it's also like it's understandable too. Like just knowing like at this point in his career, like it's and like,
37. 37 years old.
and his team makeup and everything is like how can you be like I don't know. It's just weird to be like considered the best player
Well,
that way.
it's also kind of hard too because I'm not gonna say Russ by any means, but playing next to a healthy Anthony Davis, not an injured one, but a healthy Anthony Davis is arguably the better player on that team alone. So, I guess I kind of get it, you know. But yeah, like you said, I think it is kind of shocking not to get any votes there, just for the fact that it's LeBron James.
I agree with it though.
Yeah,
I don't think it's even close anymore. Again, I still think he's a top 5 player, but number 1, I don't think it's even close anymore.
yeah.
I'm going KD or Luka.
Yeah, absolutely. And we said that last time. You know, we're picking Luka to start a franchise. Kevin Durant if I want to win tomorrow,
Yeah.
without a doubt.
And then like for me, who I'd vote for, I'd probably vote for Giannis.
Giannis Antetokounmpo.
That's just like based
Trust
off like
it.
the run he went on, defensive, how he could play on the defensive end, been a defense player of the year before. He's been a multi MVP, can score, like working on the shooting, but he can rebound too with the best of them. So it's like he does everything.
Dude, how can anybody hate that kid?
Dude.
It's impossible. To think he started.
You guys know his his story when he got drafted?
Which one?
Well, so he got drafted, right? And as soon as he got his first NBA paycheck,
Yep.
he sent every single dime to his family back over in Greece, to the point where legitimately he was just a young kid, didn't realize it, and he ran to practice
Yeah.
because he couldn't even afford a cab.
I think
Like, that's awesome.
there were times where he was so motivated to just stay in shape and get his pre-workouts in. I feel like I heard a story where he was like riding bike to the stadium and stuff before practice and all
Yep.
that. He'd run like intentionally. It became a thing. Kids,
I will say this: whoever ruined Giannis's shot needs to be fired and never let back into the league ever again.
you say ruined.
It's ruined, dude. If you look at his videos when he was in, like the first couple of years in the league, he was a really good shooter, especially over in Europe.
You're saying he was a good shooter. So if I look at these stats, I'm not going to be disappointed.
Look at the film.
I don't want to look at film. I want numbers.
Okay, look at the numbers. I haven't looked at the numbers. I'm just saying.
I'll give you this. His rookie year, his three-point percentage was the highest of his career.
Yep. Ruined.
That's still not great, but there was probably potential for it to go north rather than south. But overall field goal percentage, I mean, he's probably the most dominant player of this era or current day basketball. Field goal percentage overall is sky high, so 57%, we'll call it. Pretty solid.
Yeah. Just extremely efficient, and he does like the things that just like makes a team have like an identity: rebounding, toughness, defense.
Absolutely.
So it's like I don't know. I like the guy. He's a good player.
It's hard not to like. Honestly.
Yeah, dude, you're simply not a good human if you don't like Giannis at least a little bit.
And he just became a part owner of the Brewers. Like that's pretty cool.
God, he did, didn't he? Kid's got good people in his ear. He's smart too.
Investing.
Love it.
I mean, it's baseball. Rig loves it.
I hate to tell you, Bryson, there was a while there before last season started, but I think all the Giannis to Dallas talks are officially dead.
Dude, come on, man. You don't gotta be so negative on the show, bro.
No Kawhi either or Embiid. They all got
Okay.
contracts.
Yeah, we're just stuck with Porzingis again.
Oh, actually,
Jokic?
I'm curious. Isn't there some talk about marketing going down there in exchange for Porzingis?
Ooh, Markkinen?
That
Yeah, Lori.
Oh, I don't know. I haven't heard that. Is that new?
I read it somewhere. I haven't really dug too much into
Oh,
it. I was hoping you would know because that's your team.
I think that's a downgrade.
Think it's a downgrade? I don't know.
Marketing is
KP has been
marketing
nothing
can
but a
marketing can
disappointment.
shoot.
They both can.
No,
KP
now
has
let's
been-
get to defense, rebounding, playmaking. I think it all goes Porzingis.
Well, what else does Dallas get in that?
That's,
I can't be straight up.
Well, dude, he's a restricted free agent. It's like, what the fuck? He's not even worth much. He shouldn't even be worth much. It's basically like a sign and trade. So it's like,
How about this? How about forget Markkinen? We'll send KP and some picks. You give us Levine. Call it a day.
That's not gonna happen.
It's gonna happen. Levine is next on our target list, baby. Let's
Yeah,
go.
I would have given.
Dude, him and Luca,
if-
it would be done.
No, here's my thing.
Done.
If the Giannis talk was real, if I'm Mark Cuban, I am offering like my next 10 years first round picks.
I feel like
Giannis.
you can only do how many years in advance?
I don't care. You can have all of them.
It's like every
I
other
will give
year
them
for
to
like
you.
4 years, I think. So 8 years out total, I think, is the furthest.
yeah,
Four picks,
I'll
I think,
give
is
you-
the most.
yeah, four.
Okay, and then at the end of those 4, at the end of that year, I'll just give you 4 more.
Okay.
Dude,
they
you
could
gotta
do
think
that,
Giannis
sure.
is what, 24?
26.
He's 26 now. Holy cow!
Holy cow, he says. Yeah, he's 26.
Yeah, right in his prime.
I would do it. I mean,
Right.
I would too. We'd probably get at least, I'd like to say 2 or 3 of them things with him and Luca.
yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
shit.
I don't think that they would do it though.
No, they
Not
won.
anymore. Not anymore.
He's at the point now where he can pretty much do what he wants.
Yep.
If he wants to be there, he'll be there. He's starting to get LeBron power. You're buying businesses, you're buying teams. You can pick and go and do and see whatever you want. That's the level Giannis is about to be at. New era coming to you. 2K ratings. Let's get into it, folks.
All right. So this is just the top 10 overall 2K ratings, and things look kind of weird. It's like they didn't want to hurt feelings in the 2K ratings. Let's have 496 overall players, and then everyone else is just kind of bunched together.
This is the most Gen Z thing I've seen on this show yet.
I hate it here.
Dude, what?
I hate it here.
Yeah. Seriously. Dude, no one can be 99 anymore?
That's what I was gonna just like. Has 2K ever done 99s?
Yeah.
Dude, yeah. There's been 99s.
I don't know, man.
I feel like
again,
LeBron's mostly been 99 throughout his career.
I'm curious.
Maybe not like the last 2 years, but I feel like before that it was always up there, 98, 99 for sure. Unless I'm really just tweaking right now, but Kevin Durant, without a doubt, should be 99.
I
Yeah,
give
actually,
I give Giannis
LeBron is the only player ever, or only active player to have a 99 overall.
You're kidding me.
That was in 2K14. There's only been 6 ever 99 overall players.
Wow.
There was, we'll go NBA 2K6, Tim Duncan at 99. NBA 2K9, Chris Paul at 99. NBA 2K9, also Kevin Garnett. Kobe Bryant as well in 2K9. 2K9, they were giving 99 to everybody. I wish, honestly, I wish they would do that more, honestly, kind of put it like Madden. LeBron in 14. But the big one by Sega, NBA 2K2, the only person to ever have 100 overall rating. Any guesses?
Shaq.
It is
Boom.
Shaquille O'Neal, 100 overall.
He was a beast.
100.
That's disgusting.
I know. Still couldn't hit a free throw though.
Michael Jordan could never. That's a fact.
Okay.
Anyone
let's
gets
just change this time.
Did anyone get snubbed from the top 10?
Anthony Davis,
Who would you take out?
James Harden.
Yeah.
I didn't see that coming.
Yeah, I think it's disrespectful to even put James Harden over Damian Lillard. Like, that's just that makes me upset. Dame's one of my favorite players, and I just think, in terms of like what they're able to do and respect level in the game, I'm giving it to Dame. But that's just a personal take by me. I think.
Yeah, I don't think LeBron should be number one either.
No, I agree. I think it should be. You could argue Giannis number one, but I think it should be Durant or Giannis number 1 and 2, and then however you want to sprinkle it.
I'm not, like I said last time, I'm not mad at his ranking or the 96 overall. I just think those other guys should be higher than what they are.
Yeah.
I think that's fair. To replace in the top 10 though, I'm going Jason Tatum.
Tatum.
Big fan. Love the kid. I think he's the future.
Yes.
Yeah.
Confused? What'd you say?
Said he is.
Oh, thank you.
I said your takes are garbage.
Oh, shit. Got him. Let's go.
Yeah.
What a jerk.
Yeah, what an asshole.
Dude, Jokic is so freaking weird, dude. He's so good, but like he just like his play style is like so different. It's just funny seeing him that high on the list.
I'm not a Jokic fan.
You don't like the MVP?
Nah, I just don't think he does enough on the defensive side of the ball. I think Giannis should have gotten MVP this year, but that's just me.
Yeah.
All right, so
Maybe next year.
I'm gonna bring this over for a transition.
It's all right. Playoffs are all that matter.
So this just came.
Playoffs.
This came
Playoffs?
randomly. This video came randomly across like my YouTube feed. So I'm like, all right, I'm gonna watch this because it just had a weird title. Well, this is awkward. ... So I thought I'd show you guys.
Is that Joe Montana?
But his defense can get him off the hook. Football
I
is
think
loose.
it's a
Who's got
preseason
it?
game. From last week.
Christensen fell on it. It is Christensen. That ball was just laying between the centers.
I think it's just extremely nappy.
Seemed like an eternity. Heads up by Christensen to dive on that ball.
So here we're gonna botch snap.
Watch number 50, left side of the screen. Snap was late. Sudfeld
And
never
he
had
runs
it.
into the
Ball
butt.
just laying there, and there comes number 50 to beat
No,
Sudfeld to the
he's
ball.
getting blocked away from the ball by his center's butt. That is bad.
His hands didn't even touch it. The center was literally holding the ball the entire time.
Guys, we have a special guest.
Samio wouldn't do that.
Who?
I don't know. They back up right tackle for the Vikings or whatever position he plays.
He plays guard and he
Who
has
was
a
that
good
quarterback?
chance to-
Who was that quarterback just now?
Quarterback? Oh, for the. I thought you were talking about AJ Hawk, bro. I'm like, dude, if you're calling AJ Hawk a quarterback, I'm about to fucking turn the podcast
Oh,
off.
were you about to turn the lights off? Jesus.
That I don't know who that was, to be honest.
It's like Colin Kaepernick out there. He had his number. Chill.
We're not getting into the Madden ratings yet, but like just a quick fucking tangent. Do you guys see that in Madden that Colin Kaepernick is rated at fucking 81?
Why did I say
While
that?
guys like Herbert is at 80 and Kirk Cousins is a 79.
I also read that he had a better rating than I believe 16 NFL starters. Half the league. We're just giving Cap a better rating than.
Which, I'm not talking about like the controversy because I think Cap should have stayed playing. I think he should have at least been a backup over the stretch of time. He should not have got blackballed. That's not what I'm getting at. I'm getting at he's been 5 years removed from football, and he's getting rated higher than the guys that like a rookie of the year, and Kirk Cousins put up big numbers like 4,000 yards plus, 33 touchdowns, and 12 interceptions, which is not the best, but it's definitely not miserable. So it's like, I don't think Cap ever put up numbers like that. But
I mean, is anyone taking Cap over Joe Burrow even?
no.
Burrow got a 77?
No, Cap is a unique play style. So it's like depends on what offense you're running. It's like if you want an accurate thrower, like you're going with Joe Burrow. Like he's way more accurate. It's just that the tape proves it. Hold on. I'm trying to fix something real quick.
Can anyone answer me? I mean, isn't he technically just like, is he retired? Why is he even on the game? I'm not trying to hate on, whatever your views or anything, but like, he really shouldn't be on the game at this point.
I'm surprised too. It's like that's news to me. I can't believe he's even in the game.
Yeah, I was shocked.
Has he even been on a practice squad in the last 8 to 10 years? Like, I don't know. Like, besides his run to the Super Bowl, was he really that good of a quarterback?
It was meh.
I think the defense, all these defensive coordinators figured out that if you stop him from rolling out, I think it was left, like the guy was non-existent. So
yeah,
I don't know. I'm upset. I can't believe he's in there.
Yeah, and I mean, even if they're going off his latest season, if anyone recalls, it was not pretty.
Hey Kai.
Yeah.
Hey Kai.
Yep.
I'm gonna cut you off real quick and then get you back on.
Kai will be right back.
All right. Now that we got him off the show.
Oh, thank God.
Yeah, dude. I didn't want to like say it in front of him, but dude,
Wait.
Colin Kaepernick should easily be in the 99 club.
Oh, dude, he's a Hall of Famer,
Like,
MVP.
Like,
dude, look at this. Since Kai's been off, our ratings have gone way up. Woo!
oh man. Should I even invite him back?
I wouldn't.
So yeah, after this, we just talked about the 2K ratings. We're gonna get into the NFL news, and then we'll get into a lot of the fun topics such as fantasy football, Madden ratings, and there's just some fun NFL news to go over, anyways. And we got great things to cover, like centers that can't snap the ball to backup quarterbacks in preseason.
So I'm reading this right here. I think the Niners in 2016, Cap's last year, I think they went 4-12. Cap played in 12 games. I'm sorry, 11. He started 11 games. He went 1-10. He won one game in his last year. I don't think people really talk about that. They always talk about, oh, he went 4-12. They had a bad. No, he went 1-10. Completion percentage under 60. Half the seasons he played. Do we have him back yet?
Kai, he's on his way back.
Oh.
But here he is.
Those of
back,
you,
back,
great.
Back again. JD's back. Tell your friends.
Oh God. Okay.
Guess who's back? Guess who's back? Guess who's back?
Don't touch my soundboard, kid. You don't even know what it does. Oh my God.
Anyways, I know what that does. In NFL news, Tim Tebow, we watched him do crazy great blocks. Lots of effort. A for effort. We could all say that. Tim Tebow got cut. He was one of the first players to get cut off any roster during the preseason period.
He was the first one?
He was one of the first,
Oh.
he wasn't one of the first rounds, because there's rounds now.
Oh,
Because
yeah,
of COVID, so, they do 5 players per week. He was, one of the first. So, and I'm not trying to hate on Tim Tebow. It's cool that he tried coming back. People got to remember, he went from a quarterback to baseball player to broadcast, whatever, to I think doing shows and shit.
Yeah, he was in the booth and all
I
that.
don't know.
Did a
But
bunch of stuff.
he tried being a tight end. I thought he looked good in camp. I was buying it. I'm not gonna lie. For a little bit, I was like, you know what?
Dude
looks kind of yoked.
he was jacked. He had to be like probably like high 250s, maybe 260. He kind of looks solid, dude. No
You
cap.
think he weighed that much?
I think he weighed that much. I think he was already like 230, 240 before. He easily put on 15, 20 more.
Then I saw him like make a catch at the back of the end zone from Trevor Lawrence in camp. I'm like, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Trevor Lawrence just throws dimes, though. Come on.
Yeah, whatever.
But hey, the fact that he still caught it though, and it was like a end of game drill situation, so it's like it was cool to see. But
Tim Tebow, 255. Holy smokes.
Yeah, it was okay. There you go. I knew he was up there.
so in other depressing news, like depending on like if you're cap strapped, probably like for Russell Wilson's sake, it's depressing. Jamal Adams got a 4-year, $70 million contract. And Tyrann Mathieu kind of came at him a little bit, saying, like, if you think that I should be getting paid the same as him, y'all got to be joking, saying basically he's way better. Jamal Adams has 2 career interceptions, been a little bit injury-plagued, and he got traded for 2 first-round picks and a third-round pick.
Vince Wilfork has more interceptions.
Tyrann Mathieu, cap or no cap?
Probably no cap since we're on the show, but go ahead.
I'm saying no cap.
No cap.
No
yeah.
cap.
I mean, for me, I'm always going to take my safety, but that's a whole different discussion.
We'll get to that
I
someday,
agree.
folks.
Yeah, if I'm Russell Wilson, though, I'm just punching straight air right now. I'm not. I'm upset. Like, you have all the weapons in the world. You know, you made this big fit, but
Dude, it's
they don't
even
invest into the offensive line.
it's even worse when you see what happened to Patty in the Super Bowl, and then the Chiefs go
Yeah.
out and absolutely turn everything around. They probably have at least a top third O-line. They're probably gonna be in the top 10, I think. And then Russell's just sitting there like, well, another day of 10-second plays on the rollout, dropping back 15 yards. So that'll be fun.
Yeah, I mean, like, so my thing is, like, do I think the Jets – well, the Jets cashed out. I think the Seahawks probably overpaid, though he was a first-team All-Pro the year they got traded. But if you're the Seahawks, you just pretty much pigeon-footed yourself into the corner. Like, you have to pay him that much. Like, otherwise, you're just – I think Ant said it, like, you're going back on dropping what? He was like 2, 3 first-round picks?
Way too big of an investment. Like, you have to go with it at this point.
Yeah.
It's like you're all in. You have to. It's like just because like it's a hometown thing. It's like how the Vikings are with Kirk Cousins. They're kind of all in because they fucking threw the bag at him, and they're like, well, now all of our jobs like is on you, dude. Like,
Hot takes, hot cakes, Kirk Cousins, MVP.
Cakes.
I hope so. Anyways, T.O.'s eyeing a comeback. Maybe if the Vikings sign Terrell Owens, a 47-year-old,
Wide receiver 3?
Kirk Cousins could become MVP.
It's always at least once or twice on this show, folks, that you're going to see these Minnesota boys come out and just talk out of their ass. But I'm going to let them have their moment because, you know.
Shut up, Carson Wentz. Shut up.
Dude, Terrell Owens? Come on, bro.
Okay, we always talk about how LeBron's 37. This man is 47. Calm down.
He still got it.
There's a difference between actually being good and then just running a 4.5 with no pads on, okay?
All right.
It's chill.
I'm going to skip some of these other news things, but just because some of it's just like injury things. Andy Dalton said that he's going to hold off Justin Fields for the starting job, and Nagy kind of put this forward too. So How do you think Andy Dalton will be able to start for the full year? Yes or no?
I'm gonna say no. I'm gonna stick to what I said. I think the first episode on here, I said Fields is taking over by week 6. I'll stick to it.
Man, honestly,
You said the
I
same
don't
thing if you don't recall.
I did, but honestly, with like to me, the Tevin Jenkins injury, like that changes a lot of things for me.
Dude, that's a big miss. Like on that O line, like their O line's already horrible.
Like, because my thing is look, like by the time week 6 happens, what if they're 1-5, 0-6? Like at that point, I don't even know if I'm putting Fields in the game. Like,
why not? He's got nothing to lose.
Well, why risk injury? Like, I get that. Like, because here's the thing, right? Like Peyton Manning, he did that his rookie year too. Like everyone forgets that. Peyton Manning just went in there. They were like, dude, we're not going to win any games. Just go figure out what you can get away with and what you can't get away with, right? And that worked out really well. But why risk it with a mobile quarterback like Justin Fields? But I will say,
it's like the same. You could say the same thing for. I mean, I get he's a rookie versus Wilson's probably 10-year vet at this point, but garbage O line. You can't run forever, man. Sometimes you just got to go and play. You're the first round pick. I expect you to come in and put in some work.
Yeah, but bearing injuries, right? Like,
I get what you're saying. I mean, look at Burrow.
That's my thing, right? Like, yeah. So I always look back and obviously there's not going to be like another Patty, right? Like Patty's pretty damn unique. But like, look how that. I mean, in the sense of like there'll be another guy that Trevor Lawrence might be that guy where he's like the next Hall of Fame quarterback. Sure. But I don't like Patty. Like he wasn't highly regarded being drafted, coming out of the draft. And
I mean, top 10 is still pretty highly regarded.
Where did he go?
Yeah, but there was
number 10.
What,
10. Yeah, but I think there were 3 or 4 quarterbacks drafted before him.
Dude, that quarterback class made zero sense to me because it was in my head it was super easy, which is it's controversial now. But I was like, dude, how the fuck is Deshaun Watson not clear cut number 1? And somehow he drops even further back than everyone else.
Lamar Jackson too.
I picked Lamar over everybody, but it is what it is.
Wait, I that's the right draft, right? It was Deshaun Watson,
Patty, Lamar. And
Mitchell Trubisky.
Whoa, wait, was Josh Allen in that one? Or not Josh? Or yeah, wait, Josh Allen.
No, I think Lamar Jackson was in a different draft.
Sure. What year are we talking?
I think Lamar Jackson was a year later.
It was 2017.
Who was?
So Myles Garrett, number 1. Trubinsky, number 2. Hell yeah. Actually, I guess he was. He was the second quarterback taken. Let's see what else. Patty.
Deshaun.
And then you go all the way down.
Yeah, you're right. It wasn't Lamar, was it?
I guess Lamar came in the next year.
Can you say that again? I'm right.
Mitchell Trubisky. Patty.
He just read
Deshaun.
this off.
You said to say it again, so I did.
Oh my bad.
Douchebag.
Fuck you. Fuck you.
Fuck.
I don't like you.
Well, now I'm curious about Lamar.
He was the following year. But was Deshaun Watson in this class?
Deshaun was in the same one as Patty.
When did he get drafted?
So, if we're curious, Lamar was with Baker at number 1, Sam Darnold at 3, Josh Allen at 7, Josh Rosen at 10. That was the kicker, who also just got signed yesterday, I believe. And then Lamar Jackson all the way at 32. That was for 2018.
Oh, yeah. There it is. Watson is at 12 in that one. We're kind of all over the place right now, but yeah. Mitchell Trubisky, man, Chicago Bears. At this point, you messed up so bad on Trubisky. You got to protect Justin Fields. So I think it'll come down to how well they're doing. But I think if they're in the middle of the pack, they might play him after week 6. But I think if they're either doing well or doing poorly, I don't know if they'll see the field until maybe around the time Tua saw the field last year, which I think was what, like week 10, week 12.
Week 6, baby.
Was it?
No, I'm just sticking with my prediction. I have no idea.
Oh, you're saying.
And Kai, I'm just minimizing you, just for now, just because like there's just some video issues, and I just don't want to keep playing with it.
Thank God.
Anyways, in other news, just some quick things. You guys can say whatever you want to. This stuff we could talk about it. I'm just gonna try to run through these things. So RG3 is going to ESPN.
Woo!
So that's cool. Good for him.
Ric Flair.
This one's interesting. Jamar Chase is having drop issues. He's had 3 drops on 3 targets in his last preseason game. He keeps dropping in practice. I don't know if I haven't looked at the reports recently, but at least up till like yesterday or the day before, like he was still dropping.
Should have drafted Sewell.
Yeah.
He wanted more weapons, and he handed him a bum.
And I think Jamar Chase could still be fine. Like, I'm not saying that his career is like, oh, it's over, but it's fucking alarming when your top 5 draft pick is not able to catch the ball when he's paid to catch the ball, and that's scary.
Very scary.
Yeah, I mean, it's one game, right? Like the recent report that I saw, which actually I like, right?
Well, it's happening in practice too.
And Joe Burrow's confidence is very low.
So I see the injury thing's obviously a major concern with Burrow, but those 3 balls too were all catchable balls. Like he should have came down with them. But the one thing I do like to see is this guy's putting in a lot of time. Right, he's coming in early. At least from what the reports I've seen, he's coming in early, staying late because of those 3. Right, so to me, it's all about the habits that you're instilling in these rookies. I like that he's there, coming in early, coming in late. Made some mistakes, but he's out there trying to correct it. It is preseason, but again, I get it. It's kind of something we want to watch out for. But for me right now, I'm not going to put too much into it.
I guess we'll see when it counts, folks.
And then right now, Larry Fitzgerald has no urge to play.
He's 37. Go rest, my man. Not mad at you.
Well, I mean, why would you want to play for the Cardinals?
I just don't know why you want to play wide receiver at 37.
Well, I mean, the Cardinals are just kind of shady, bro.
Shit hurts, bro.
Like hearing like Patrick Peterson talk on, he has his own podcast. Like hearing him talk on his podcast.
Who, Larry?
No, Patrick Peterson.
Oh, Patrick.
And like I think like what they did to Patrick Peterson and like other players, and like there's been other things like paying J.J. Watt over paying like their own guy Chandler Jones, things like this. Like Larry sees that shit. He's like, no, these are my guys, and like you're not taking care of like these dudes. These guys that are like potential. Like these guys are future Hall of Famers potentially.
Yeah.
You're not fucking taking care of them, and like.
I say first ballot, but yeah.
Yeah. So.
Yeah, I mean, I get it. And he said he didn't completely rule it out though. He said, I don't know how I'll feel in September, October, November, whatever. So don't count him out completely.
Guy just shows up in playoff time. They make the playoffs.
I'd respect it. Percy Harvin did it.
Oh man.
So
I'm 37, right?
Yeah, 37. I mean, someone goes down too. Who you gonna call? Larry.
Ghostbusters.
There you go.
Hey, hot take. I'd rather have Larry Fitzgerald than AJ Green.
Probably, especially since recent injuries. I want someone that's on the field.
I've seen the numbers. I've said what I said. I know what Larry can still do. I
Actually,
like consistency.
I don't think AJ's consistently played for like 3 years anyway.
Exactly.
I'm AJ Green's one of the guys I'm actually curious about this year, because it's going to be the first time he'll actually be like, and he knows it too, like he's the number 2 wide receiver, so he's not going to have coverage over the top every single time. And the guy's, I mean, they claim he's been hurt, but he's been out for so long. I feel like he pulled a Kawhi. I'm interested to see.
Oh, he could have a really good year. Don't get me wrong.
Well, get this. He actually did play 14 games last year. I don't remember all 14 of those games, But out of his 104 targets, he only brought in a career low. I'm sorry. Well, we'll say career low, 47. The year before, he only played 9 games. So I won't count it. But only 47 out of those 104 he brought in.
Oof.
It's not pretty. 2 touchdowns, also a career low.
I'd be interested to see though how many of those were like catchable. I'm not gonna put an excuse on it, but Joe Burrow is running for his life and then got hurt, midway through the season.
I mean, I guess I'm not gonna. I like AJ Green. I'm a big fan of him, so I'm not gonna like down talk him. He's definitely not like the same dominant receiver as he was.
No.
But it'd be cool to see him bounce back. So I'm rooting for the guy.
Yeah.
He's got Murray. Could be fun. He doesn't have the pressure of being the wide receiver 1 anymore.
Oh, actually, here's a question. Who you take? Like, I'll give you 3 different choices, right? Best wide receiver duo in football right now. Obviously, you got the hometown kids, Justin Jefferson, Adam Thielen.
Ooh.
D-Hop, AJ Green, or DK Metcalf. Ooh, actually, 4. I forgot. DK Metcalf, Tyler Lockett, or AJ Brown, Julio Jones. If you're a quarterback, who do you want?
For now, I'm saying AJ and Julio. A healthy Julio, I think, is unmatchable.
Yeah, that's what I'm probably going with too. Just because, well, I don't know. It depends. Do you want someone that could get you a bunch of flashy yards, or do you want someone like Thielen who could get you a bunch of touchdowns? Like, there's 2 different things. Like, one could get touchdowns, one can't, and then like Justin Jefferson to me is a better receiver than AJ Brown, and it has nothing to do with how good AJ Brown is. I just think Justin Jefferson's like way up there. I mean, I'm biased, but it depends. I think I would go with the Titans receiver just because of like Julio's been there, done that at a high level, and then I don't know. That's tough.
Like I said, for me, it's just all about health.
Yeah.
I'd take Julio, though.
You guys got to remember with AJ, again, I love Jefferson, but AJ Brown's my guy. My man was playing through a knee injury all year.
Nasty.
Like, this dude is that, like, can we take a second to appreciate Ole Miss and how they can never make a big-time bowl game? But they had DK Metcalf, AJ Brown, and Elijah Moore all on the same team.
Dude, who was the quarterback there?
Who knows?
Where the hell is he at?
If you can't make the NFL, if you can't make the league and you got all those weapons, like you're not relevant.
That's sad.
Anthony could make the league with those throwing the ball to those guys.
Kid was just throwing deep balls.
I have at least 27 touchdowns.
Oh God.
All right. In other news, Dak, there's a report that Dak injury could linger all year. Now there's like conflicting reports saying like it's like a baseball type injury. It's like an injury that's like right here in this region.
I've heard shoulder injury.
Yeah, it's like something like this. I saw Pat McAfee talk about it, so I'm just mimicking.
Patty. Get rid of that COVID, bud.
Oh yeah. But basically, I don't know how much this is gonna affect him. It's a shoulder injury that is like a baseball thing. It shouldn't affect his motion, but it's there.
Maybe there's just going to be some stiffness, some soreness throughout the year. I feel like a nice cortisone shot can take care of that.
Yeah, he'll make it through. I hope Dak stays healthy.
I don't think it doesn't sound major to me. I'm just curious to see if I feel like his mental confidence after dealing with that gruesome foot ankle injury. That's what I'm curious to see. How he bounces back from that more than anything.
All
That
right.
was disgusting.
And then some other news with another quarterback. Cam Newton had to stay away from the team due to complications with the COVID test. He took a test off-site. And then now there's reports coming out that the Patriots are upset at him for not following protocol. But I don't know, I guess like maybe someone didn't inform him of protocol because it seemed like he tried doing the right thing.
Aren't they the ones that approved it?
That's what I'm saying. They approved it.
NFL's the one with the big problem.
So I don't even know how true that report is. I just saw it come out. So on Bleacher Report.
You think they just want Mac Jones? They trying to push Cam out? I mean, I don't think
Dude,
so.
Mac
but
Jones has been
No.
playing really well.
There's been talks.
I-
Yeah.
Someone's got to be the practice dummy, right? There's all these little technicalities, and so unfortunately it happened to Cam. But if you're the New England Patriots, I hope that report's not true, because it's like, you guys are idiots. Like, you have no one to blame but yourself. Like, as an organization, read the fine print. If you don't know for sure, ask questions. Like, it's not that hard.
Right. Good point.
You guys went through all this last year. Like, how different can it really be? If anything, it's not quite as serious as it was last year.
It's facts. Get vaccinated, folks. Got a season to play.
And then the Raiders are being investigated by the IRS. I guess they had some things with how things were built, some business issues. I don't know. But the Raiders are also reportedly, they tried over this past offseason, or during this offseason, to trade for Khalil Mack again, or tried to get him back. Get Mack back.
Get Mac back. No cap.
No K.
Dude, that is the saddest organization in football. I don't care about the Browns' crappy history. These guys are funny.
I'm curious about the IRS thing, if it has anything, because I'm pretty sure the Las Vegas Stadium is the only professional sports arena where you can place sports bets. Like, it's legal to bet there. I wonder if that has anything to do with it, since it is in Las Vegas.
What year was that from? Wasn't this from like 96 or something like that? Like, they dug this up. This isn't recent.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Honestly, I did not
interesting.
I don't think this has anything to do with Vegas. I think this goes back to Oakland, like a good decade plus ago, if I remember reading it right.
That wouldn't surprise me. This franchise is comedy. Like, they're just funny. The way that they do things. Like, they're my favorite team to watch in the NFL draft. They're just,
And after
we were here, we were dying.
After seeing what Jamal Adams just went for, they gave up Khalil Mack for peanuts.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I agree.
when you compare it that way, absolutely.
Yeah, yeah.
It was, if I remember correctly, they gave up Khalil Mack, a second-round pick, and I think a conditional pick. And then in return, they got 2 first-round picks, a 3rd-round pick, and a 6th-round pick, I believe. Like, that's crazy.
Yeah, I'm reading that the Raiders' issues is from 1995. Some $200 million loan that they have not paid back. I'd have to read more into it to get specifics, but it sounds ugly to me.
All right.
95, though. We weren't even born yet, folks.
All right, you guys want to run through the Madden ratings and then just spitball on some fantasy?
Let's do it. Let's go.
So, this is how we do our Madden ratings. We have the Madden ratings on the left of the screen, and then the PFF grades. And I don't put the actual grade. I just put whether it's elite or what kind of category it belongs in. So let me make this bigger.
PFF is a lot better than what the running backs were.
Are you able to share the screen?
Oh, that is my fault, Kai. I have you minimized. There we go. So, they got Devontae Adams, number 1. DeAndre Hopkins, number 2. Tyreek Hill, 3. Diggs, 4. Julio Jones, 5. Thomas, 6. Keenan Allen, 7. Amari Cooper, 8. Mike Evans, 9. And Allen Robinson, 10.
I got to everybody like, subscribe. It helps. Get my boys out of the hood.
What did you hear?
I just heard some sirens.
Oh, man.
Get the boys out the hood.
That's awkward.
Get the boys out the hood.
Yes, sir. We're out of North Minneapolis, folks. Kai is tuning in from Charlotte, North Carolina.
And that's no cap.
No cap.
Um. So my initial takes is like, I think like Stefan Diggs.
I'm sorry. He's funny for that. That was good. Go ahead. Go ahead.
Stefan Diggs had a really, really good year last year. Like, honestly, you could argue him to be as high as like number 2 if you really wanted to. So I could always see him jumping up a little bit, but I don't disagree. I know Bryson's not a fan of Tyreek Hill, but I don't disagree necessarily with his rating or being a high rated. Julio, on the other hand, like 95 is reasonable, but it's also like a little bit high because of the injury history. And then Michael Thomas is way too high for me, like extremely high.
That's the one that stands out to me. I wouldn't put Michael on the top 10.
Like, I know that he broke a record for like the most catches, even though it was like 5 yards a catch or whatever.
Don't care anymore.
And dude, just dude, he hasn't really played. I don't know. Like 94 is way too high. Like Keenan Allen to me is a way more valuable receiver, hands down. I don't even need to think twice about it.
Who?
Keenan Allen.
Oh, dude, I love Keenan Allen.
Dude, okay, here's my thing with Keenan Allen, right? Like, and again, I'm a big Keenan Allen fan.
I smell hate coming.
Man, like there's some guys like, and we'll get into it the deeper we go, but when you look at the stats for me, I don't know if I can put him in my top 10. He had under 1,000 yards receiving. Now he only played 14 games, but still under 1,000 yards receiving with Justin Herbert, who's breaking every record left and right. 8 touchdowns, which is okay, but to me, it's Julio, Michael Thomas, Keenan Allen, the 5 through 7. I don't know if they deserve it.
Are you
I
saying
think Keenan Allen? Go ahead.
Are you saying you don't know if they deserve where they're at or the top 10 as a whole?
I think the top 10 as a whole. Personally, I think there's other people I'd rather have in there.
I mean, you're probably not wrong because I would substitute probably all 3 of those guys. Well, at least for sure, Keenan Allen, Michael Thomas for the 2 Minnesota boys, as well as like guys like AJ Brown. I mean, we're gonna get into this more. I mean, you could even look at the PFF side. So like, I would already put Jefferson 110% in the top 10. Every metric that he has is for sure a top 10 worthy. I know he's a rookie, so they can't. Like, Madden has like this thing where they just don't.
I got the list in front of me. What about DK and Ridley sliding up in there? I like that. And Jefferson. I take those 3.
AJ Brown should be top 10. Actually, yeah, I think AJ Brown for sure should be top 10.
But I'll say this: I don't think I'm taking Julio and Keenan out.
I'm taking.
Man, dude,
Allen Robinson's not better than Adam Thielen or Justin Jefferson.
I don't think Cooper is either. Maybe I'm being a little harsh, but I'd rather have them over Cooper.
Yeah, I know I'm biased, but shit, to me it's like, Jefferson is like really good.
Also though, I don't think we've seen the best out of Cooper either.
No, if he would have had Dak, bro.
Dak is a different story.
Cooper's legit.
Yeah, he's a good player.
He still put up 1,100 yards and 5 tutties.
Absolutely, he's still solid. I think he can double those touchdown numbers this year.
I just respect Mike Evans because he's consistent, super consistent.
God, I love Mike Evans. Might be my favorite receiver in the league, if I'm being honest. He's done me such justice in fantasy football. Those 2-yard touchdowns this year, all day, baby.
Dude, I'm like, honestly, Mike Evans is just not very impressive except for those 13 touchdowns.
Dude, he's a red zone king.
His catch percentage is 64.2%. Like, that's really bad.
Yeah,
that's not good.
That's honestly similar to what AJ's was when I was looking at it. I think it was like 46 or 47.
The one thing too about PFF grades though is that I think with receivers they get it pretty accurate.
Compared to the running backs, like I said, this is way better.
Like you might disagree. You gotta remember like injuries. You have to count for injuries and stuff too. Like things like that do matter. So like some people might grade lower based off that. But like guys like Will Fuller had a really good year. Corey Davis had a really good year. And then like, dude, Madden sucks. Like, how is AJ Brown, like for real? Like, how is AJ Brown not like sniffing top 10? Like, he should at least at least be on this next page.
Whoa,
Yeah,
go back.
he's not even
AJ
in
Brown?
the top 20. Dude, he's not even in the top 20.
Dude,
Did you say he should or shouldn't be on the list?
I don't know how he's not in the top 10 or 20.
He's third.
He's third on the PFF.
AJ
Oh, you're
Brown?
saying over here on the left. You're saying top 10 rankings.
I said Madden.
Oh, okay.
Trash.
I misunderstood you. I get you.
Yeah.
Can I say, I got one question for you guys. Now, again, I am a Packers hater through and through.
Go ahead.
Devontae Adams, right? Like, again, he had a crazy year, but I'm going to look at this real quick so I don't just say a random number. But he had, let's see, there's the Vikings. I mean, the guy had like, I guess it's 5. I thought it was 7. He had 5 touchdowns. 5 of his 18 touchdowns were against the Vikings. And he had 100, 200 yards against the Vikings and then 200 yards in one game against the Texans. Like, dude, it's like if you don't play the Vikings twice, if Mike Zimmer can learn how to guard a guy that's been beating you all freaking year.
Hold on. That's a little flawed argument. The Vikings defense was missing a lot of guys this year.
Yeah, like they did have
numbers are
I'm
real,
just saying,
but if you look at it, it matters, you know.
But my thing with Devontae Adams is that he's getting blown up like he's been doing this shit for a minute. He hasn't. This has been 2 years.
Yep.
And the first year was okay. Like, it was okay. We see you. You're here. And then the second year, great touchdowns and all that. But it's like, dude just learned how to crack 1,000 yards recently. So it's like 99 already, and all he does is get force-fed the ball. It's same with like the Michael Thomas situation when Michael Thomas got 99. When you get just force-fed the ball the whole damn time, like, your numbers are inflated and things that like makes it seem like you're better. Like, DeAndre Hopkins is 110% a way better receiver than Devontae Adams.
I do think he's the best
So,
as well.
I guess that was my question. Like, if you're going to give a receiver to 99, who are you going with?
Stephon Diggs is better than Devontae Adams. I would go as far as saying that he's still young, but I would right now, like, if I could pick what receiver to have currently and moving forward, I'm 100,000,000% taking Justin Jefferson or AJ Brown over Devontae Adams. AJ Brown's a little bit more scary because of the injury.
Okay, so but here, yeah. But like, would you put him at 99 this year?
Who?
Jefferson or AJ Brown?
No. Jefferson got some
like,
more things to prove, but Jefferson puts up another 1,000-yard year, and he has 10+ touchdowns. His numbers are now just as good as the 2 best years as Devontae Adams has. So, like,
so my question then is if you don't put Devontae Adams at 99, I guess who would your guys' 99 be if it's not Devontae Adams?
Mine's Diggs or Hopkins. Just based off the last year and consistency over multiple years, Diggs or Hopkins.
Yep.
And Diggs is tougher because like, he doesn't have attributes like to his game that would make him a 99 receiver because he's like smaller. He's not a blazer, but he has really good speed. I don't know, like he's just consistent all around.
Yeah, I'd say. Diggs was targeted the most out of any of these guys, so that's another thing force-fed. But bias towards Diggs because I love him, but honestly, for me, I think I'd go Tyreek Hill 99.
But you saw what Diggs did the year prior, right? Like he led the league in yards per catch. So it's like,
how many targets did Diggs have last year?
Last year
166.
How many?
166.
Jesus.
And then the year prior, I don't even think he hit 100, bro. But he had 1,000 yards. Like I'm just saying, like he could play either style. Deep
Josh Allen's
or
boy.
force-fed.
Here's the thing, like, and again, I firmly believe DeAndre Hopkins is a better wide receiver than Devontae Adams. I don't think it's close, but I don't know if I can put him at 99 over Devontae Adams. And this is solely off of stats. The guy only had 6 touchdowns last year. Like, I'm actually kind of shocked to see that. Like, he didn't have that many.
Dude, like when I say the Cardinals are like,
well, Rodgers is pushing for Devontae Adams every play.
Every single time.
I mean,
That's
they didn't
Tyreek
have
Hill has
they didn't have a
15.
wide receiver 2 last year. They just didn't.
Dude, they just like Tanyan, and that's like their favorite other target. Is Tanyan, and then they just use running backs.
Tyreek Hill had more touchdowns than Diggs and Hopkins combined.
Yeah, no. Well,
Then
I
he
mean,
played one
Tyreek
less
Hill.
game.
Yeah, those guys are on the lower end. Well, like some offenses too, like Thielen mops the floor with most of these receivers when it comes to fucking touchdowns. But like that's just because
14,
like
yeah.
because like the playbook caters towards that. Same with Devontae Adams. Same with like Tyreek. Well, Tyreek Hill is just a bomb, a deep threat. So like he just gets touchdowns in multiple fashions. Like when you get this run downfield and you have a quarterback that just throws a dime to you, 50 yards, 60 yards. It's like.
So what's actually crazy too is DeAndre Hopkins had more 40-plus yard catches than Tyreek Hill.
I mean, it's also about ball placement too, and like again, the offense you run and opportunities you're given, because Kyler Murray's not going to give you as many opportunities to score as Patrick Mahomes is. That's just reality of the situation. So it's like everything's situational. So like some receivers numbers are gonna be better, but
Well, you got to think too. Some guys are getting a lot more double teams than others. I mean, in Kansas City, it's really hard to double, especially when you got a tight end going for 1,200 plus yards a season.
and I don't want to take away from Thielen, but like how much did it help Thielen to get like Jefferson like as a number one option early, like as the year goes on, and then like Jefferson's getting double team. Now Thielen's just fucking putting him work against a bunch of slappies.
Yeah.
It's I mean it's great. Like it's awesome for everyone involved. Because I mean it doesn't matter what you do with Jefferson, he's gonna eat, and like they're just in that situation. But, yeah, dude, this is where like this is where things get fucked up. Like, I like DK Metcalf. I love Scary Terry. Odell is way too high. Like, you got to lower him. Like, he shouldn't even be in the top 20 yet right now just because of, like, dude, you haven't played. Like, just go. Calvin Ridley's really good. Tyler Lockett's really, like, I like, dude, honestly, I could see all these guys bumping up, too, a little bit. Robert Woods is, meh. Robbie Anderson actually had a solid year, and then Chris Godwin's pretty solid, too.
Robbie just got the bag.
But, dude, A.J. Brown, where are you?
He's still not on here?
No, dude, 21.
Oh, God.
And then this is the PFF grades 11 through 20. So this is where Keenan Allen comes in, Ridley, Jarvis Landry, Tyreek Hill. Like a lot of like deep threats and stuff, like those kind of players, like their reps aren't gonna be as good because like they're running down the field all the damn time. So like so to see him graded this high is actually pretty impressive. But yeah, Antonio Brown graded in the top 20.
Guy played what? He played. It was last year when he had like the 3 games in New England, right?
I think he played the full year. This year might have missed 1 game, 2 games.
Antonio Brown?
No, Antonio Brown? No. Antonio Brown only played 8 games last year. I just don't remember if all 8 were with Tampa Bay or not.
Yeah, they should have been.
When did he play? I thought he had those couple games in New England.
That was the year prior.
Was it? Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Dude, A.J. Brown is down there at 21. After that is Antonio Brown, Cole Beasley, Cooper Kupp, Brandon Cooks, Kenny Galladay. You're telling me he's in that conversation, folks? Come on. Madden needs to do better.
Dude, yeah, they got him way messed up.
Dude, when I think of fantasy and dynasty, A.J. Brown is at the top of my list. Not the top, but he's in there. I want him on my team, folks. What do we got here?
This is AJ Hawk on Pat McAfee show. But I'm getting Kai back at the call ended, so I'm just getting Kai back on the call.
Folks, we apologize for having Kai back on the show again.
I don't know why I keep giving him opportunities to be on this thing, but...
Yeah. He pays us. to actually come on. So we're kind of like, it's fine. Kid's lonely.
I mean, one thing that I did want to bring up, there's a reason why I'm wearing, this jersey too.
If you guys turn our show off now, I wouldn't be mad at you. Don't do it.
Teddy,
There it is.
Teddy, Teddy, Teddy.
Hey, Teddy. Hey, Teddy.
I forgot to say there's a new starting quarterback in Denver.
Dude, when's your birthday?
I don't want people to know. I'm just
Wow.
kidding. June 30th.
June 30th. You inviting Teddy? Dude, I'm inviting Teddy.
I don't even need the answer, bro.
Every time.
But
Shout out to Teddy for getting the starting job over Mr. Drew Lock.
yeah, dude, that's sick. That actually made me extremely happy today. That's just like one quarterback where I'm like, I want him just to succeed because like it's just he got dealt an unfair card in the sport industry, and it's like in the sport world, like almost got decapitated. So it's like,
Yeah, dude, that was nasty. And he's only 28 years old. He's got a good young core out there. I think it's a good fit for him. It'll be fun to watch, actually.
yeah, if he does better than Kirk Cousins, I might want to die.
God, I hope that happens.
Anyways, yeah, dude. I don't know, like, I would take off. I like Allen Robinson. I like Mike Evans. I don't like Michael Thomas at all. Julio Jones is just older, but he deserves to be in the top 10. And Amari Cooper, I think
Really?
deserves. I just think he deserves to be. I don't know. I just think that he does.
Yeah.
I mean, you can make an argument though. Like, I mean, to me, like, I think Thielen's a more valuable receiver right now. Like, at this moment right now in time, based off what I've seen recently, I think Thielen's a more valuable receiver in terms of what he has done recently. Like, it's not about like who's more athletically gifted. I'm just talking about like dudes just scored 14 touchdowns. So it's like, what did Julio do?
Oh, you said Julio?
Yeah.
We were talking about Odell there for a second.
Oh, no, we could talk about Odell, too. But, I mean, Odell's not in the top 10, but he definitely should not be above Thielen and Jefferson.
Well, just keep this in mind when you're looking at Odell, 13th overall on the receiver chart, 89 overall for his Madden rating. He's coming off a season of 23 catches, 319 yards, and 3 touchdowns, folks. The man.
I mean, so here's my thing.
He's an injury whore.
Yeah, well, he tore his ACL, right? Like,
That sucks.
I don't want to look at like his season stats as much as like if you look at it per game, right? This guy's catch percentage when he was playing wasn't even 60%. It was a 53. He only caught 53% of the balls that were thrown his way, and he only averaged 45.5 yards a game. And you're telling me this dude is in your top 15 wide receivers? Like,
That's right.
dude, it's so crazy how quote unquote the catch can and like, oh man,
Listen,
honestly, I don't know if I'd even put him in my top 25. Like,
even the 2 years before, he's barely scraping for 1,000 yards. I mean, he hasn't been the Odell that people know him to be since 2016. And I'm pretty sure we're talking Eli Manning days.
Bro, are you guys looking at Robbie Anderson? And then I'm like, y'all really placed Robbie Anderson on this list and just like said, hey, AJ Brown, let's just keep you going fucking down. Like,
dude,
like how in the fuck? I could understand the argument with some of the other people up here. Like, but Robbie Anderson and Robert Woods, are you fucking joking?
Are you joking?
dude, honestly, I never understood the hype behind Cooper Kupp and Robert Woods. I never understood that.
I like them. I think they're good receivers, but they're nothing like over the top. Like they're not game changers. Like I've seen all these other receivers change games.
I feel like they're high-end wide receiver twos. These other guys are
I don't even know if
legitimate
I'd say
ones.
high end, dude.
Oh, come on.
No, they're
Just-
definitely
come
good.
on.
They're good.
Come
Like,
on.
High end wide. Dude, this
Said
guy,
wide receiver
Robert-
two.
Look at their PFF grades too, bro. It's it
Keenum.
matches up. Like
Bro,
Cooper
a
Cup.
wide receiver 2, a high-end wide receiver 2, I can't get behind that.
Why? Where do you put him?
Just wide receiver 2. They're a wide receiver 2. It'd be a decent one. Like, that's it. Average ass wide receiver 2.
Average, huh?
Unless you're playing with, I mean, we do
Well,
play in a league with a
these guys
bunch of
getting, like-
idiots.
I mean, I guess like if you're talking about like wide receiver 2 in terms of like Adam Thielen and Tyler Lockett, like yeah, they're not anywhere close to Adam Thielen and Tyler Lockett, in my opinion.
You got Chris Godwin's a wide receiver 2 now.
I would
Robbie
say like
Anderson's a wide receiver 2.
yeah, but like I could see them like closer to that like field though. But like I think Thielen and Lockett, that's like a tier above.
Robert Woods averaged 58 yards a game. Like, bro, that's sad.
That's playing with Cooper Cup, though.
Okay,
No,
Cooper
well, dude,
Cup averaged.
they had Goff off, dude.
Yeah, Goff off, bro.
I guess. I don't
The stats aren't legit, bro.
know. Okay, you're right. They're fake stats.
Hey, one of my
You're
favorite one of my favorite receivers is on this list though. Ayuk. Brandon Ayuk.
You,
Ayuk.
Ayuk. Remember my first time?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Oh my god.
No, I like him
Besides-
too, dude.
But
Can't remember. I just drafted him in that one league we just did.
I don't know. He's dominant though. He's a game. That guy has potential to be a game changer.
Yeah.
But and Calvin Ridley's really good too. Like that dude.
So I'm curious, just kind of for fun. I think, like, what are your 3 most overrated players in these Madden rankings? And then what are 3 guys that just got snubbed?
Well, I think we all agree with AJ Brown getting snubbed.
Yeah.
I think Jefferson in the top 10 is a snub.
Yeah, Jefferson should just be top. Like based off the number, like, if you want to put stats, flashiness,
Who's the other one?
numbers, and swagger. Like Jefferson definitely should have been top 10.
So you guys are both saying for 2 of your snubs, you're going Jefferson and AJ?
I would agree with both those.
Yep.
You guys got, what's your 3rd one?
I think Odell's overrated. Just like
Well, yeah.
well, like his overall rating isn't that far off. I just think like the ranking, like being number 13 is high. If we're like talking about the like where the ranking is. But I mean Julio's high too. Like Julio's overall is high too. Michael Thomas for sure for me overrated. That's the locked in. Like I don't think that he's anything like crazy special, but that's just my take. I don't like him either because he just has
Really good at slants, though.
Yeah, he's just I don't know. He's just a big ass fucking crybaby, and like he cries about Minnesota, like he has Minnesota in his mouth all the time. So it's like I don't know. He's slant boy, and he'll always be slant boy.
Slant boy, not slant god.
So we can both. I think all 3 of us agree. For 2 of the snubs, you got to go AJ Brown and Justin Jefferson. For 2 of the most overrated, it's going to be Michael Thomas, and OBJ.
Yep.
Like, what is your guys' 3rd? One more on each, because this is where it'll get interesting.
Oh boy. It's getting tough now, folks.
Yeah, because now there's going to be some controversy.
I don't even know like who's left off the list.
Maybe I'm a little biased here, but if I could, I guess I'm gonna kind of do 2 and 1 here. I guess I would just flip DK and Allen Robinson. 10 and 11.
I disagree. I think I disagree with that.
I like DK, baby.
I think Allen Robinson does everything better than him. I mean, that's just my opinion, but just because like with PFF grades and like talking about route running, where like how many catches you get and how effective you are all around as a receiver instead of just just running 9 routes, but
Can't stop him.
I think Calvin Ridley is someone too. Like I think he's gonna blow up this year, but he's been good. Like that dude's been putting up numbers.
Just needs to stay healthy.
Yeah.
He got hurt a couple times, I think.
Yeah.
He only missed one game last year.
Hey, really?
Played 15 games. Now he got hurt in the middle of one, so I'll give him 14 and a half. But yeah, he overall did pretty well.
Huh.
1,300 yards and 9 touchdowns.
And then the year prior, he had 10 touchdowns, correct?
I believe so. I know it was double digits, but
So,
I think for me,
yeah.
I think someone who got snubbed, and if you guys look at the stat, like on my sheets, you'll see it where we go into the 30s.
You said Corey Davis?
No, DJ Moore, all the way down at 29.
Oh, wow.
Only an 84 overall.
Wow.
15 games, 1,200 yards. Now, again, he's not someone who catches a ton of touchdowns. They also misused him for the first 4 or 5 games of the season. But I don't know how you don't have him in at least in your top 20. I'm not saying he should be pushing top 10, but he should be in the top 20. And then overrated for me, dude, again, I'm not trying to discredit anything. I think I'd be more okay with Julio up there, but I think the overrated right now for me is Keenan Allen. I like the guy. I think he's good. He wasn't even 1,000. He would have been 1,000-yard receiver if he played all seasons, but I don't know. I'm not sold on him.
How about this one?
Not
though?
top 10.
You picked DJ Moore.
Yep.
How do you feel about Will Fuller?
Yeah, Will Fuller had a good year.
Got suspended, the last 6 game suspension total. I think he'll miss week 1 this year, but I think he was suspended the last 5.
I thought he missed like 6 weeks this year.
No, it carried over into this season. It was the last 5 of last year, and then it'll be week 1 this year.
That's it?
That's a suspension. But yeah, Fuller, he plays a full season. He's definitely top 20 to me, for sure.
I mean, he's number 9 on PFF grades with what he played.
Still had 8 touchdowns last year.
And then I guess one more that it's just because fuck the Packers. I think that Devontae Adams could be an argument as overrated because I think that I could argue that, you know, a player or two could be rated over him and he shouldn't be a 99. But I'm just saying.
I agree.
I just think that he shouldn't be a 99 mainly. So I guess like that is an overrating. So
Yeah, I agree.
Listen, to add to the Will Fuller, 70.7% catch rating or percentage, and that's with a messy Houston offense. Give the boys some props.
That Miami Dolphins offense, at least their passing attack, is fast as hell.
Yeah, dude, they might be a little dangerous this year.
Yeah, I think. I mean, geez, I remember last year everyone was all stoked about Preston Williams. That guy's completely off the radar now. You got Jalen Waddle out there. You got Will Fuller, and you still got Devontae Parker. Like,
Dude, you know they had Allen Hurns, or they still do, when he's hurt again?
that guy's irrelevant.
Dude, it's been 3 years, but Hurns was nice for a little bit.
Guy needs to retire.
all right. So just due to time, I'm not sure like how much time left we have for recording, but we could just run through quick, maybe to give like a top 5 of like quarterbacks, running backs, wide receivers, and let's just not do tight ends because tight ends, like you kind of say like it's kind of murky after like the first 3. So and everyone knows who the first 3.
Kelsey, Kittle, Waller. There you go.
So yeah, just if you get one of those guys, cool. But we'll just talk about just like a quick little thing to end the show with of top 5 quarterbacks in fantasy, which that's kind of always tough too. Like very subjective, and it's kind of like a roll of the dice every year. And then we got wide receivers and running backs. So
when doing this, are we talking standard or PPR?
PPR, dude.
I agree.
And we could kind of use like the Madden like list as like reference. So we're just gonna do this on a whim a little bit. So for me, for fantasy, I'd probably go like. Honestly, it's tough. I go probably number 1 Mahomes just as being safe, and then number 2 Josh Allen. Then number 3 Aaron Rodgers. I'm just gonna act like Deshaun Watson's not playing. Number 4 I'll go Lamar Jackson, and number 5 Russell Wilson. That's just. Oh, actually, you know what? I take that back. I did number 5 Dak Prescott.
Dak Prescott.
Wow.
Yeah.
Man.
I think I'd have the same thing, except I'm taking my boy Dak out. I'm not gonna go Russ. I'm gonna take. I won't even call it a wild card. Honestly, I'm torn between 2 guys. I'm gonna say Kyler Murray.
Ooh.
Yeah, that's gonna. You got to go Patty Mahomes 1.
Yep.
2 Josh Allen. For me, a contract year, I really want man. Honestly, I'm actually gonna 1 Patty. I'm gonna go 2 Lamar. I think Lamar is gonna have a huge year again, contract year. Gonna prove everybody wrong.
Ooh.
3 Josh Allen. 4. Dude, I can't say Aaron Rodgers, so I'm gonna say Tom Brady. And then 5. Actually, no.
You're a loser. What is that?
4 Russell Wilson, and then 5 Kyler Murray.
Dude.
Brady?
So this real question.
No. I took Brady off. So I'm going Patty, Lamar, Josh Allen, Russell, and then Kyler Murray.
So you got the same as me.
Yeah.
No. Did you say Russell?
Yeah.
I said Russell originally, and I took Russell off for Dak. So mine's Mahomes, Allen, Rodgers,
Yep.
Jackson,
Yep.
Prescott.
Okay, so the Prescott ones were different. I said Kyler. Gotcha.
Yep. And
You
I
got
said
Rodgers in there too, though.
Yep.
And I said Prescott mainly because of what I saw last year, who his weapons are, as well as just kind of the demeanor of his game. Dude he puts up big numbers.
No, absolutely. That's just the only thing for me. I just have to see the foot. I got to see him play before I tell people to go draft Dak Prescott top 5.
Oh yeah.
But if we're talking based on what we've seen in the past, yeah, he's on that list for sure.
Yeah, that's more of if you're trying to roll the dice a little bit.
Yep, if you want to get a little freaky, folks, go ahead.
Okay, just for fun, 1 guy that you don't think is in the top 5 that could finish top 5, sleepers.
Matthew
1
Stafford.
sleeper.
If he says Kirk Cousins.
Matthew Stafford.
Who, Matthew Stafford?
Yep, that's me.
Herbert? Air Bear?
I like Herbert too, but I got my money on Stafford.
You know where I'm going. Kirk Cousins.
Oh, I didn't see that coming, folks. Don't look now.
I mean, Kirk Cousins is a good fantasy quarterback. That's not.
He is. He's not bad.
He's a top 10 for sure.
He's been my.
He can be top 5.
I got him as my QB2 on 2 of my teams.
I'd say Ryan Tannehill, but I don't think that's a sleeper pick anymore.
I think it's an overrated pick.
So you guys want to do a more difficult ranking?
What's
Yeah.
that?
Wide receivers.
Top 5?
This is do it as a PPR thing. So you want to take targets into account as well as touchdowns and yardage.
I'm gonna go Devontae, D-Hop, Jefferson, Diggs, and yes, I think he bounces back strong. I'm going Keenan Allen because that's my boy.
I actually agree with most of that. So I'll go Adams, Hopkins, Jefferson, Diggs, Hill.
Okay. Not bad.
We'll go Tyreek, Diggs, Adams, but then I'm gonna start getting some weird shit coming in here. Calvin Ridley.
I like it.
And then
Respect.
dude,
AJ?
Man,
AJ's tough.
ye- I want to go AJ. I think he's really going to benefit from Julio being there, even if Julio's kind of dinged up, just as a decoy, especially with Henry still back there going for 2,000 yards. I'm gonna go AJ.
See, I think that offense is going to be very efficient, but I just think for fantasy, I mean, I'm not knocking them in any way. I just think it's a lot of firepower when you talk about fantasy and individual players. Tennessee's going to have a top offense, no doubt, but for fantasy, I don't know if I can count on those guys.
Same reason with Dak Prescott.
Yeah.
He's injured right now. He's been injured like this whole camp. So like AJ
Oh, I
Brown,
know.
he needs to figure out a
Julio
way to
Jones
be healthy.
ain't catching touchdowns, so those touchdowns are going straight to AJ Brown.
No, I'm not saying you're wrong. And like Adam Thielen got 14 touchdowns. It doesn't make him like the top. Oh, it makes him a pretty good fantasy receiver, to be honest.
Pretty good.
But but like you know, his like catches were down and his yardage was down. But like I don't know. Like there's something about AJ Brown where like I know, like look at this PFF grade. Like he's number 3. Like we all know how talented he is, but like he needs to stay healthy. And then now he has a big mouth to feed with him, with Julio Jones, and then they already have the biggest of all mouths to feed with Derrick Henry.
I still think he's top 10. I'm just not putting him in my 5.
I'm taking Devontae Adams out. I'm putting D-Hop in instead. I realize I just missed him. So we're going D-Hop, Tyreek, Diggs, Ridley, AJ Brown.
So
Boy, you got freaky there.
folks at home,
Devontae.
I would recommend not listening to Kai's list in fantasy. No, I'm just kidding.
Just know I'm never gonna put a Packer in my top 5.
Wow. What a nice take, dude. Nice take.
Just saying.
Folks, I went to
saying.
4 championships last year. You can take my advice.
How many did you win, BB?
2.
Me too. So there you go.
He's lying.
It's not.
And we're here with the running backs, halfbacks,
PPR, right?
PPR.
This is where it'll be fun, actually. I think.
So for me, I guess I don't. Oh, actually, no, Kai, you kick it out because we had Bryson. I kicked out the first. Bryson kicked out the second. You do this one.
Oh man. So
He's nervous.
and we're just gonna. Well, here's the thing, right? Running back is the most volatile position. So we're gonna go assuming healthy line, healthy players, right? Full season. Take injuries, not taking injuries into effect, correct?
I don't know. I feel like like with fantasy, you have to take injuries into effect. So I think it should affect your rankings. Like it's just part of it. Like you need to know who's injured. Like Saquon Barkley he's probably maybe more talented than everyone on this list.
No, I'm saying like right now if they're healthy, right? Barkley, he's walking in with injuries, right? Like, but I'm saying like someone like Christian McCaffrey, where he's healthy right now, but he could get, he's gotten dinged up last year. But assuming these guys stay healthy for the entire season, right? Dalvin Cook even has an injury history. But I'm gonna say bearing injuries, right, or at least where people are at right now. I'm gonna go 1 Christian McCaffrey, 2 Dalvin Cook. This is where it gets, 3 King Henry. This is where it gets interesting for me. I feel like I should learn my mistake. Everyone's always doubted this guy. Last year they doubted him due to injuries. This year they're gonna doubt him due to quarterback. I'm gonna throw Kamara up there in PPR. At 4 and 5. Man, I think Zeke's gonna have a huge bounce back here. So I'm gonna go 5 with Zeke.
Cool.
All right.
I disagree with Zeke. Big time.
Yeah, that's because he burned you all last year. So I get
Still
it.
won.
You drafted him in literally every league.
It was 3. Grow up.
Out of your 4, like.
I had 9 leagues, my guy. Come on.
Whatever. Oh, you said 4 championships.
Yeah.
Right.
You or me?
I'll go me. Mine's pretty easy. Mine's still the top 5 of the Madden rankings, but I'm putting Dalvin Cook number 1. I don't know. I just think Dalvin as a runner as well as like I don't think there's anyone in the league better at in the red zone than Dalvin Cook in terms of like score me a touchdown within 10 to 20 yards. Dalvin Cook gets in there. So I'm taking Dalvin number 1, and I think his catching potential is really high. Then McCaffrey number 2, Henry number 3, Kamara 4, then Chubb 5. So that's how I'll do my list.
I'll go. I stick with CMC as the one. I think he's gonna bounce back. When he did play last year, he was absolutely disgusting. It was only like 3 or 4 games, but he scored a lot in those games. I don't know what the numbers were. After that, I'm going Cook. Gotta go King Henry, Kamara. I'm gonna spice it up because this is my last pick, and I like to do that. Oh boy, I'm biased, but I love Austin Eckler. Love it. I love Eckler.
Eckler is fucking phenomenal.
PPR,
and
it's nasty.
And I fucked up.
PPR.
I fucked up bad. I'm taking Nick Chubb off, and I'm putting on my boy Gus Edwards. He won me 2 games in fantasy last year. He's top.
I hate you so much. Oh man.
Shout out Rig. Hey dude, top 5 in PFF grade. I don't know if he actually left. Oh no, he left all his shit here. But it's reasonable. I had to say it though. No, but I agree with his Eckler take. I think that he has really high potential. As you gotta kind of stay healthy, Eckler. Kind of fucked me over last year, Eckler. But in terms of a PPR, I'd be curious to see James Robinson progression too now with
I had to go count to 10.
Travis Etienne
Oh yeah,
injury.
dude, I'm excited to see Robinson, and this was gonna be my other sleeper, but there was no way I could put him top 5, folks. But if you're looking for a guy after the top 5, maybe guys are starting to go. I like Clyde Edwards-Helaire with that new Chiefs offensive line. I think he's gonna be more efficient. I think he's gonna get more touches. Could be nasty.
That's what I was actually going to ask between, just kind of as a fun question. First and second year running backs, who are your top 2 in fantasy this year?
Top 2, probably Jonathan Taylor and Gibson.
Really?
Yeah,
Right after you shouted out Hilaire.
I love Helaire, but I think as a whole runner, I'm taking those 2.
So someone that I like a lot too.
Taylor was top 3 last year in rushing. I can't pass that. Sorry, go ahead.
I'm a huge fan of DeAndre Swift. I just don't like his situation.
Yeah, he's got Goff
We'll
off.
see. I mean, that guy, like, you got to think, though, like, that dude's going to get a ton of targets. Detroit's going to be down in a ton of games.
Sleeper.
And the one thing I can give credit to Detroit is they are going to protect their quarterback, and they are going to establish the run as they continue to invest in their offensive line.
Are they going to be able to run the ball, though? I mean, with that receiving core and Goff off in there, if I'm a defensive coordinator going into Detroit, I'm loading that box up on Swift. I'm taking him out of the game, and I'm going home with the easy dub.
Swift was the best receiving back in that draft class.
That's fine.
It'd be really easy to have him slip.
It's going to be 3rd and 15, though.
Dude,
so go for
Antonio Gibson was literally a receiver in college.
it. Ooh.
You want to know why he was a receiver?
Yeah, McKissick.
He did everything in college.
Kenneth Gainwell. I'm so upset that dude dropped all the way to like the 7th round, but Kenneth
It's like the
Gainwell
5th,
actually
bro.
as a freshman.
Chill out.
But that's what I mean. I'm just saying like before we start throwing out like who's the best like receivers and stuff like that. Like hey, Clyde Edwards-Helaire did his own thing in LSU, and Antonio Gibson was literally a raw receiver. So just give respect.
He was
where it's
rated
due.
the best receiving back.
What was that?
He was rated the best receiving back.
Ooh.
Swift. I'm not taking anything away from Gibson.
Well, yeah. Well, I mean,
Right.
how do you? Yeah. I mean, Gibson's not going to get rated as a back if he's playing receiver, so that makes sense.
Gibson was not highly rated at all coming out of the draft.
He was a wide receiver playing out of position.
No, dude, he played running back too.
Yeah, he played both, but he played literally like slot receiver in fucking.
He's an athlete, folks.
And he played. I think he played some quarterback too, or at least like did like QB draws. It was weird. He was in a weird offense, but I'm a huge fan of Antonio Gibson. I wanted him in the draft. Like real life draft for the Vikings.
Yeah.
But
It would have been nice. It's a nice combo.
PFF grades. Okay, so this is 10 through, or 11 through 20, as well. I don't know if anything really. Oh, Burkhead.
Oh, you picking him?
Yeah, no. Oh my god.
Jamal.
So
Williams.
who are your two first or second year running backs that you're choosing this year?
I'm probably gonna go with the same ones as Bryson, but I do I like DeAndre Swift a lot. No, you know what? James Robinson. I'm kidding. James Robinson and Jonathan Taylor. That's what I'm going with.
Yeah, James was up there last year. Him and Taylor were the top 2 rookie running backs in terms of rushing yards.
Like if Etienne didn't get hurt, like I would. Well, I guess you know what, Najee Harris has a really good chance to be really good too.
Wow,
Those are my two. I was going Najee and JT.
But I'm gonna stick with James Robinson and JT just because I like James Robinson, huge fan. It's unfortunate the situation, but it's a great opportunity for him. So
You got to play the hand that you're dealt.
ETN should have never been in Jacksonville. Good for James.
No, they wanted Tony.
this is what happens when you do luxury, low freaking draft picks. Sometimes, man. I'm not saying like injuries, like that's why you got hurt, but like sometimes like shit happens. Like Bengals did a luxury pick, trying to connect their quarterback with their receiver. Shit's kind of not going over.
Jags should have got an old lineman for T-Law out there before they went and got his little pet running back.
I think the NFL's purposely doing it, dude. It's a no fun league. They're just like fuck it, like they're buddies. They're probably college roommates. It's fucking
ridiculous.
Get them to not ever play together.
Or at least get them a weapon.
It's fine.
Bateman was there. Come on.
But yeah, we're at like an hour and 40 minutes, so I think that we should probably
It's time for bed, folks.
yeah, it's over that time. So episode 3, hopefully this stuff actually recorded.
God, I hope someone would be pissed.
I'm actually gonna be furious. Shout out Rig. Fuck you, Bryson.
I'm excited. Next week we will be talking about the first game of college football.
Will we?
I'll be working the sidelines at the Gopher game, so I'll come with my own little take. So.
Ooh.
Illinois versus Nebraska Saturday at 1:00. I guess that's Eastern time, but
I'll be watching.
Let's go.
Let's go.
Ohio State coming to Minnesota, so
40 to
They
10.
play this weekend too?
no, they play September 2nd.
40 to 10. I'll call the score now.
Dude, Tanner Morgan is the bald Houdini. All right.
40 to 10.
We got a program going here, bud. Roll the boat.
All right, that's gotta be
Let's
it.
get out of here.
All right.